So you're running Google Ads, and of course, you want your ads to be as profitable as possible. But your targeting, well, it may not be so well optimized, and you may be leaving profits on the table, or you may have your ads spread out to be seen by people who are just not your right target market. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you how to optimize Google Ads geo-targeting to help your campaigns be as laser targeted and be in front of the right perfect people, and so they can be more successful. Hey everyone, I'm Richard Cruz, and my agency tests and develops cutting-edge Google Ads strategy in our labs every single day. And in these videos, we share with you the best tips and strategies and things that are working right now with Google Ads so that we can help you see better results with your own Google Ads campaigns. Before we get started, click on that subscribe button if you'd like to be updated on new tips and trainings that we're rolling out. Google targeting ads is done through the settings in the Google Ads dashboard, and that lets you choose your locations targeting to reach out to your customers. In a moment, I'm going to take you over to my dashboard, and I'm going to show you what settings that I like to look out for when I'm setting up a campaign. But first, I'm going to give you 7 Google Ads geo-targeting features that you should know about. Number 1 is I think you should select specific locations where you want your ad to be shown for people in specific areas. You want to really think about where it is and what those settings are that you're going to include and exclude. And again, I'm going to walk you through it in a moment. Number 2 is you can choose locations such as entire countries, areas within a country like cities, territories, radiuses around a location, or your Google My Business locations as well too for your ads to show. A lot of great features, and so get to know those targeting options. Number 3, you can also exclude certain locations in your Google Ads geo-targeting campaigns if you don't want your ads to be shown in those specific regions. Number 4 is visitor-related industries can target for an audience that shows interest or will be in your target market. Number 5 is geo-targeting Google Ads help you focus your advertising only on the areas where the right customers are who are in proximity to buy from you, or which will hopefully help you increase your profits as a result. Number 6 is your ads may not feed out if the audience size is too small. Google requires at least 1,000 people in the area for your ads to run well. And then number 7 is geo-targeting ads for near me are growing exponentially. Let me forward my screen here and just give you a quick little thing here. It says Google has seen a 400% increase in the number of online mobile searches. Geo-targeting, it is just growing exponentially because over 70% of searches right here, they're done on these mobile devices now. And that near me term, for example, it is very common on a mobile app, and it signals that that person has a huge readiness to buy. And so here's some stats on the growth of the search terms, just to give you an idea. Near me now searches, 150% growth. And here it is, another one, a 900% growth in the term near me today on mobile. And then there's a 200% growth in open now plus near me queries on mobile as well. So really great part of your understanding and your audience targeting to make sure that you're capitalizing on those. So what does all that mean? It means that your campaign profitability depends on your geo-target ads to put your ads only in the areas where you want them to be. So let's go over to the geo-targeting Google Ads dashboard, and I'm going to give you some more tips there. When you're setting up your campaign, you're going to come down through the setup areas and you're going to get into your locations. I'm going to close this up right here. And as you can see, when I drop this down, I've got 2 areas. The first thing I want you to pay attention to is this one right here. Notice that the default is closed, but when I go to this right here, you have to really make sure that you're paying attention. When I'm auditing Google Ads campaigns, this is one of the areas where I spot configurations not to have been done carefully, and people are bleeding cash. I see the ads running in the wrong areas. I can't even tell you how many times I'll search for something, and that business that is a local business, that it needs to be obviously someone I'm going to go in and see in their brick and mortar business, needs to be in the area, and it's someone from across the country. I'm in the Los Angeles area, and I'll get something from New York. And I've reached out to people and I've just called them and say, hey, do you know that your Google ads are running across the country? There is no way in the world I'm ever going to become a customer. Go get your geo-targeting fixed. And it is so often missed. I mean, it is like extremely common. If you were to go do a search right now on Google on almost any product or service, not like an online shopping, but let's say that you did a brick and mortar type of a business, you'd be surprised in how often you're going to pick up somebody that is from a completely different state, and they're just blowing money. Their conversion rates are just dropping, their quality scores, their costs are going up. I mean, just a lot of lack of profitability. Burning money is the result of not really spending time and setting this up correctly. So take a look at these things here. I want to target people that are in or show interest in your targeted locations. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, for example, I live about an hour outside of Los Angeles. And so I have to go to Los Angeles. I was going to go this weekend, but it's probably going to be next week sometime. And so when I'm there, I want to go look at, say, a pair of running shoes. And so while I'm there, I'm going to do is running shoes near Los Angeles, for example. There's that near term again. Now, normally, if they set up their ads correctly in Los Angeles, someone's not going to drive an hour for running shoes. And so they should have their geofencing where ads will never, ever pop up. But by having this right here, they are including somebody who's showing intent to be there. So this is really a good, solid term. Now, in some instances, this does not apply. So you want to make sure. Now, in this case, it's people who are in, or regularly visit. What can that mean? Well, in is somebody who lives there, regularly visits. Let's say, for example, somebody drives an hour away and then they work there. So you start really thinking, okay, is that my target audience? Now, if this right here, I don't live in LA and I don't regularly visit there. So if they had this set up, they would never have picked this up. So in that case, the running shoe store would want this right here. But there are certain businesses that are really just targeting people that are in that area, and that's where the market is, or people searching for your targeted locations. Let's say, for example, you are a tourism company. Let's say you do surfing lessons in Hawaii, and you want people to pick you up. And so when they're searching for those areas, it doesn't matter where they're at. If they've got Hawaii, surfing and those two related, that's where you want to come up. This one here is one that very often is overlooked, and this is excluding. So people in your excluded locations, or people in or show interest in your excluded locations. So you'll want to go ahead and configure those. When you're doing your targeting, some of my favorite things to look for is go through the advanced search right here. And I did a quick little search. One of the things that I love to do, and this is something that you can really take a look at. My favorite hotel is down here in San Diego in this teeny tiny map. It's called the Hotel del Coronado, and it is just a gorgeous property, man. If you have never stayed there before, it is just worth staying there. It's got so much history. But anyways, enough about the Hotel del Coronado. Let's say, for example, I am targeting a certain industry and I know that they're going to have a convention there, and that is my target audience, especially if you're a B2B. And during this week or these 4 days, for example, the convention is going to be there. I can go ahead and I can target that. The only way to be able to get there, though, is I can't do it under location. Here's the kind of little hack. You can find them under radius. So if I were to go to location and I type Hotel del Coronado, it's never going to come up, as you can see right here. But if I type in radius, then I can do here. Let's say that the event was at the San Diego Convention Center. Then I can go ahead and I can type in San Diego Convention Center. I just have to give it 1 mile. It just needs that 1 mile radius, and all of a sudden I'm running ads onto that particular market. Another way that I can target as well too is I did Los Angeles County, which is a big region right here, but there's areas that I don't want, for example, and so I combined the two together. So as you can see right here, is I have got Los Angeles County, that is targeted location that you see in the blue. So there's 18.6 million there. And then these three areas right here are my excluded locations. So when I come in here into a location, and I'm just going to put, say, Pasadena, California in there, this is where the options are. So I can put that in as a target, I can put it as an exclude, and then another variant of radius is I can use nearby. And if I put nearby Pasadena, it's going to give me surrounding areas, and I can just check the box and I can get in there and I can set this all up. This is a work of art, folks. This is something where you spend some time and you really give thought. Where's that audience? How are they searching? You really kind of go through if-then through your processes, and then you just map it all out right here. Make sure that every single person, as far as a geolocation is concerned, every single person that sees your ads is within, interested in, or traveling into the areas that are going to make you money. Never, ever, ever let your Google ads bleed out to where they're going to the wrong people, because you will burn cash, you will burn profits, and you're just going to burn out with using Google ads, and I don't want that to happen for you. So be sure to adjust these settings every time you're running a campaign, by the way, because they can make or they can break your success in your campaigns. So that is my overview on Google Ads geo-targeting, and I hope that you've learned at least one thing in this video. And if you did, if there's just one thing that you picked up that's going to help you, do me a favor. Put that one thing in the comments below. And if I can ever be of help in your marketing with Google Ads, digital marketing, video marketing, give me a call or message me at WSI Priority Media. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share it and subscribe so that you're alerted of future training videos like this. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.